Precinct Plan. The scale of Precinct Plan. Local area within a municipality, either urban or rural. Specific scale and extent identified through municipal SDF process. Here it's a precinct redevelopment process. We're not going to dwell much into that. We'll just skip to the next slide. How the precinct plan come into place. Precinct planning typically involves the preparation of a blueprint for the area and often includes investigations into appropriate land use options, physical environment constraints, community values and expectations, and tenure arrangements. Precinct plans are more area-based and detailed level of planning, specific to certain nodes and precincts adopted normally through public participation and involvement. Time frames. Precinct plans are short-term and medium-term, 5 to 10 years. Understanding what precinct is. The precinct is a large and diverse area with the potential to support a wide range of activities. It is important that the precinct becomes more than merely the sum of its parts, and then the role of the continuity between different elements within the precinct thus becomes important. It must be seen and must function as a cohesive and vibrant whole, even though it is made up of a number of unique elements. Creation of precinct plans. Its strategic focus, funding sources, priority development areas, JDA area-based development offerings, types of capital projects, selection of key development areas. You can read much on that on the other column. What is a precinct plan for? A precinct plan is used to define the desired development direction of the precinct and recommend a range of public realm projects to facilitate new relationships between the public and private realms. The precinct planning process envisaged for the current project is viewed as an ongoing process of local area elaboration and planning, complementing and supporting the metropolitan and regional special development frameworks of the municipality, rather than merely a series of independent products. A precinct definition and objectives. A precinct plan is a planning tool that sets out a vision for the future development trajectory of an area. It establishes a planning and management framework to guide development and land use change and aims to achieve environmental, social, and economic objectives. The primary aim for the precinct plan is an arrangement of land use and infrastructure linked with community needs, as it is community-based interpreting transportation, environment, education, economic development, social and residential development. The example of a precinct, as we can see there, you can study that into detail. And issues addressed on the precinct plan, those are employment, sorry about that, diverse local and migrant resident community, commenting on the rapid influx and high turnover of tenants in the inner city, first in defiance of the Group Areas Act, and then in response to more liberated urban space. This is quoted from Gothe and Simon, 2003, page 128. Vision for the future. It establishes a planning and management framework to guide development and land use change. How does it align with the SDF? It bridges the gap between broad special policies, as reflected in the PSDFs, RSDFs, and MSDFs, and on-the-ground manifestations. Policy instrument to ensure implementation of MSDF spatial strategies, provide more detailed proposals than indicate desired patterns of development for a local area or precinct, and identifies programs and implementation actions required. It aligns itself with the SDF in that it becomes a tool used to gauge development, thus addressing the guidelines set out in the SDF itself.